All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up today with one of our favorite segments here on the Fright Power Hour. That, of course, is Grains of Sand, guys.
Grains of Sand!
Where we talk about how the potential for international warfare is such a much larger threat than all the bullshit we let ourselves get distracted with here in the United States, and how we need some goddamn solidarity in this country. And if you don't believe me, I'll tell you why. Let's go to the screens. The United States imposes sanctions on companies in Iran, China, and the UAE. All right, this is not too much of a surprise. We've been working on doing this shit for a minute, right? We want to sanction some of these guys that are part of the international nuclear trade, particularly countries among these like Iran and China, who have openly said that the United States is their enemy, right? We don't want that bullshit. So we put some sanctions down. Not a surprise. In addition to that, extra clickbaity title, admin slams China's Huawei, halting shipments from Intel and others. Okay, right? So this is another one. We knew was coming. Huawei got busted several months ago, having tracking software for the Chinese government on a shipment of phones that were being used by the United States government. So we pretty much cut them off there, and it's gotten worse for them over time. Again, so far, no surprise. Right? This is what we expected to happen. Okay. Mm-hmm. But things have changed a little bit this week.
Go butts against the edge.
On Biden's inauguration day, Iran says the ball is in the United States court over nuclear dispute.
Jesus. Don't get me started.
Iran's back to playing good cop. That's where we're at here. So, again, a country that has openly said the United States is its enemy. And now, all of a sudden, they're saying, oh, the ball's in your court. They're just setting themselves up to go, it wasn't our fault, when they're trying to get it hot already. And we've seen this before, where on the forefront, they'll act like they want to be friends with America, but then in the background, they do some really shady shit. And we've seen that a couple of times. Don't believe me? Here we go again today. Iranian missiles land within 20 miles. 20 miles of a ship.
Damn.
100 miles from the Nimitz Strike Group in the Indian Ocean. So that's right in the hotbed for all of this shit. And after all of this time of them going, we're just doing military exercises. This is too damn close. 20 miles of one of our fucking, part of our goddamn carrier group out there? You got to be kidding. You know goddamn well and good where we're at in the Indian Ocean. You shouldn't be anywhere near that doing a fucking military exercise. I don't buy it for a fucking second. So here we go. They go, oh, it's in y'all's court. But now you're damn near fucking blowing our shit up? What the hell, man?
Bastards.
If I were in any position of power, I would find out what missile it was and figure out the range of which it could miss.
Oh,
and if it is less than 20 miles, I'd be like, ooh, you're in trouble, bitch.
Yeah, they could have been aiming directly for you. You may have to change their Wikipedia page at that point.
But, yeah, dude.
You know, you may say, oh, that could be a mistake, blah, blah, blah. You know, maybe Iran isn't really, trying to set up this international trade after being financed by China and then trying to arm Venezuela because they're able to push that country around after falling to the starvation that comes with socialism over the last several years. And we've talked about it before. I feel bad, honestly, for a lot of the citizens in these scenarios. Venezuela being high on that list. It's not those motherfuckers' fault that the goddamn socialist government has gotten them to a point where they don't even count their money anymore. They weigh it in order to buy shit. God. And when you're that economically weak, you're easily pushed around by more militaristic entities. And when you deal with OPEC, one of the countries you have to deal with is Iran. And as much as Iran is trying this shit with the United States, wouldn't you know it, Colombian businessman wanted by the United States had a Maduro Iran letter. This guy had a letter from fucking Maduro, the socialist leader of Venezuela, by the way, talking about how the premier of Iran, Rouhani, helped him snow countries that were helping fund him, including the United States, out of millions of fucking dollars.
Son of a bitch!
I know! Son of a bitch is exactly fucking right, man!
I'm holding you back, Phil. I got you, Phil. It's okay.
And you might go,
And why did this guy have that letter anyway?
he's working with them, man. You know they're going to try to expand.
They're
They
all
need
sons of bitches.
They need coastal countries so they have landing points as they attempt a surrounding fucking pincer situation, which is what they appear to be trying to fucking pull. And you might go, now, wait a minute, man. How could Iran possibly fund all of this shit? There's no way. Well, you got to remember that they're backed by fucking China and Russia right now. China, Russia, and Iran spin the capital insurrection. Now, what did I say? What did I fucking say, man? We show even the slightest hint of getting ready to kill each other here in the States. These three countries are watching and waiting for us to make that motherfucking mistake so that they can make an excuse for going hot on a new goddamn international war. And that's exactly what we did, and that's exactly how they fucking spun it to make us look like the bad guys so that the countries they are attempting to ally with in the region will support them in going to war with the United States, which, as we recall, as usual, is really all just about oil reserves. But goddammit, that's day one stuff when it comes to the Fright Power Hour. Here's where it gets messy. Oh boy, I'm sorry to have to say that line, man. As Biden takes office, China again calls for relations with the United States to return to the right track.
Wow.
Return to the right track. Return to the right track. So wait a minute, they're backing Iran, who's backing Venezuela, and they're launching missiles very close to us and then trying to pretend it's all on us. So my question is, what does China think returning to the right track means?
Yeah, what is the right track in China's opinion?
Biden rescinds Trump order banning the Chinese communist involvement in the U.S. power grid.
What?
I'm going to get you one more again with that headline. The order banning Chinese communist involvement in the U.S. power grid. Should the communists own stakes in the power companies that supply electricity to the United States? The answer to that question is no. The answer to that question is fucking no. Are you
All of them will become
me?
PG&E.
What possible reason could you have to do this? What do we stand to gain? Other than, I just really want Xi Jinping to like me. Fuck him and the Beijing bling. This is getting goddamn ridiculous. And guess what else? Right after they get in there, what is it? What could they maybe do when they have boots on the ground in the United States? Senior intelligence official says China and Russia are targeting the COVID-19 vaccine supply chain. Where are they making vaccines right now, fellas?
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You got it, man. So as as one hand pretends to be our friend, the other hand continues what I can only call infiltration at this point, man. How I'm not even the only one seeing it anymore. Yeah, okay, maybe a year ago when we were talking about this, nobody was talking about this, but I'm not the only one that's going, guys, wait a minute, we got to put the brakes on. Something has gone horribly wrong in our relationship with this group of fucking countries, man. And you might go, oh, come on, man. You're just bullshit. And just because Iran accidentally fired a missile near our carrier group in the actionable body of water where the region is likely to go to war, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. China would never do that to us. We have a business relationship. Oh, yeah? China empowers their Coast Guard to fire on foreign vessels mid-territorial disputes. So they found a broken taillight with Taiwan, and they said anybody from anywhere other than China comes near, you open fire on those motherfuckers immediately. Now, somebody that's playing it all on the up and up in their business dealings with the United States, this does not seem like the type of action they would take.
No.
Does not seem like the type of action they would take. And now, friends, it's become distraction upon distraction. Not only do we distract ourselves here domestically with all our little petty squabbles when we should be on the same team, while all of this shit encroaches closer and closer to our fucking shores, now this is now a distraction from how bad it actually is in regions we have deemed innocuous over the last couple of years. Guess what happened in the last week? What do you know? All of a sudden, shit has flipped right back over. Saudi Arabia says it intercepted a hostile target over Riyadh. Oh, great.
No
Here we go with this shit again. 32 killed and 100 wounded in double suicide bomb attacks in Baghdad. ISIS suspected. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I have not seen a headline with the words ISIS in it
Yup.
in like 2 years.
And guess what?
Yep.
They didn't put this in your news because we just got to know why Kim Kardashian and Kanye is getting divorced. Oh, that's very important to me.
Oh, why? Gee, do you have that?
And now, why would you want to distract from all of these things if you're quickly becoming one of the largest growing global superpowers? Life in Wuhan returns to normal as the rest of the world battles COVID. I want you to think about that headline, friends. I want you to think about the layers of distraction that we have talked about over the last several months that have facilitated the amount of anti-diplomatic maneuvers that the communist Chinese government has been able to take, not only in the opposition of their own people, who I also feel bad for. There's a billion motherfuckers over there getting fucked over by Xi Jinping and the Beijing bling, and now they're turning that communist fucking hammer and sickle on us, and we're letting it fucking happen. And what's going on during that? Everything's back to normal for them. And that's the news as I see it, friends. There it is.
I'm not a criminal. I'm an artist working in an unpopular medium.
Can I just speak to you? I mean, really speak to you like man to man. I've known you for a long time, William. And I know about your penchant for spying on women.